continue with episode 8 part 2. Let's talk about in-laws.
Tapi ni analogi dan alangkah indahnya lah. Tapi in reality, it is something that very difficult. Okay, I cannot say a lot because I don't have any long history or long relationship or direct relationship with in-laws. Because my in-law wasn't Singaporean, so we don't meet and we don't stay together a lot lah. But Alhamdulillah lah, Allah pelihara dekat situ lah untuk for me to have a good relationship with the in-law. Kalau tak tahu lah macam mana apa akan jadi kan. But I heard a lot of the problem like macam Zack cakap, especially when BTOs lambat siap, so we have to stay with our parent and so on lah.
Thanks so much, Jay, for summarizing that. Moving forward, right? Perhaps maybe can you tell us a bit more about what does Islam say about how to have a good relationship with in-laws?
They actually kan, Islam says or Islam ajar kita to respect the elders in general, regardless tu kita punya in-laws ke, jiran ke, apa ke. Okay, respect, equal respect. But like I said just now lah, we must know which or who among those two adults that we have to give priority to. And for that orang tua apa yang cakap for that those elderly, okay, kalau kita ada two elderly, we are one of the two elderly, right? We must put ourselves in the shoes of our in-laws. What will we feel or how we will feel if we are in their shoes? Or what will our daughters feel if we become the evil mother-in-law and they also got the evil mother-in-laws? You get what I mean tak?
Yeah. Faham. I think it's so beautiful because yes, like Rasulullah SAW said that we're supposed to love the young and respect the elders, kan?
Correct.
Yeah, but respect is mutual.
Betul?
Correct? As you respect the person who is being respected, the respected person also need to also do certain responsibilities lah to be able to earn such respect lah. Don't just that respect is entitled. It seems now macam aku tua therefore aku entitled to have that respect. I think that needs to modify jugalah. That entitlement needs to modify. Macam even though you are older, but you need to also show that you deserve that respect lah. Kan? Yeah.
Tapi kan, we've been talking like so-called yang salah selalu mertua. I've seen like it is actually the menantu, contohlah macam mana nak cakap okay,
I think kan, okay, again, I think at the moment, right, we need to change the bahasa again. I think this social script is very important because it defines our action. I think it's not about siapa salah.
Betul.
Because I think at this moment, each of them, menantu, mertua, they are getting to know each other.
Correct, betul.
Right? So dalam proses mengenali satu sama lain, mesti ada konfliknya lah. So betul. Bukan salah betul, tapi proses perjalanan mengenali satu sama lain.
Yeah, the problem is sometimes kan, the mother will feel that anak dia lebihkan menantu. Tapi mungkin that happen because it is a process nak berkenalan. Jadi dia menantu baru nak berkenalan dengan mertua. So dia kena baik lebih sikit lah kan, and spend time lebih sikit. Tapi mak dia rasa macam kau ni sejak dah kahwin spend time dengan mertua, tak spend time dengan aku. So like I said lah, if
dia juga proses untuk adjust diri dia sendiri.
Correct, betul.
Kan?
Yes.
Dulu anak tu anak, sekarang anak tu dah jadi suami orang lain.
Betul. And this is what we spoke with Kak Mashi last time, right? The enmesh relationship, betul?
Correct.
Bila anak tu dia tercepit dekat tengah-tengah dalam menjalankan tanggungjawab dia kepada their own parent and also the wife or the parent-in-law. And ada juga yang ibu-ibu ni, they are not ready to leave their children.
Let go.
Yeah, to let go their children to be under the care of another person. So usually macam ni macam apa tau, mak biasanya dia belum sedia nak lepaskan anak lelaki untuk dijaga oleh perempuan lain. So bila isteri dia jaga bagus, dia rasa macam aku tercabar. So macam anak aku dah tak suka aku masak, suka isteri aku masak. So dia rasa macam kasih tu
competition
dah.
lah.
Yes, correct. So kasih tu dah pergi. And then some fathers pula, dia rasa tak ready. Boleh ke lelaki ni jaga anak perempuan aku? Tapi sebab anak tu dah nak sangat kahwin, so he let them get married. Tapi dia macam keep spying on the husband, whether he is really taking care of my daughter or not. So there is maybe sometimes bila ada je salah sikit, dia akan macam accuse or tegur dengan cara kasar that they cannot take it when other person cannot take care of the daughter as how good as they took care before. So dekat sini perlu juga ada dalam setiap parent lah, kalau rasa belum ready untuk lepaskan your children, regardless it is your girl or your boy, please don't let them get married. So once you decide to allow them,
Tapi kesian lah.
dia dua-dua problem tau. If you tak kasih dia kahwin, dia akan menjadi masalah sosial, ada berlaku zina and a lot of thing lah. So if you already, maksudnya apa tau, if you already agree to get them married, okay, you agree nak lepaskan mereka, so kena lepaskan betul-betul.
Tapi next time apa?
Yes, that's why I said you must put yourself in your children's shoe, and your children also must put yourself at your parents' shoe. Apa? When if you are a parent, then suddenly orang lain ambil anak you. So how will you feel?
Faham lah.
Faham
why they are reacting that way.
Correct.
I believe that is as a parent because okay, kira kita ni I think the younger generation is different lah because they will have us as a parent. But if we are facing those parents like 80s, 70s currently kan, it will take time lah for them to actually open up their mind and then to faham that okay, saya lepaskan tapi saya tak nak lepaskan like 100%. I only let you go like 50%. And then in the marriage itself, they have to banyak intervention banyak intervention lah. So like tadi Jay cakap pasal yang the mother-in-laws ke or parent-in-laws lah. Like say if you want to get to know your in-laws, then your own mother or your own father ke cakap, kau dapat sangat dengan tu, kau dah lupa aku. So back again lah. That means you really need to know as an individual, as a daughter-in-law, you need to know that okay, you already get married to another family tau. It's not just your spouse, but you already got married to another family. So you yourself kena faham, kenapa my mother is like that? No, you cannot question that. You have to understand that my mother ni ada insecurity problem.
That is where macam tadi Cik Ansar keep saying the Captain America shield. So when the husband see this, they kena become the shield. And when the wife also see this, she must become the shield.
Must be prepared lah with ilmu.
Filter.
It's like macam before you even enter into the whole marriage punya even before you enter marriage pun you have to know to juggle between two family.
Silakan mencelah Cik Ansar.
Okay. Saya tak tahu macam nak make it short lah because I love to talk lah kan.
Boleh.
Bila mata air semua cantik, semua indah, kentut pun wangi. Tapi masalahnya kan, bila mata air ni cakap semua pasal keindahan the wife and the husband. Tapi masalahnya dia tak pernah nak cakap, mak aku macam ini tau perangai, kau okey tak? Aku ada adik-beradik macam ini tau, kau okey tak? Okay, so just not to boast ataupun cakap, but I did tell my arwah isteri, I cakap I ada 10 adik-beradik, nama dia macam ini, dia garang gini-gini, tapi kalau dia cakap dia tak mean about this, tapi kalau dia cakap you yakan, you senyum je, kerana dia akan sentiasa cari kesilapan pasal dia nak tengok endurance menantu dia okey tak okey.
Okay.
Dia ada 9 lagi menantu yang dia go through. Tak semua 9 dia suka, ada pun yang baik pun ada juga, tapi itu apa pandangan mata dia kan, mata fikiran dia tengok lain, kita lain lah. So cakap dengan, so I macam tadi you cakap the wife nak kena shieldkan husband nak kena shieldkan his wife. Tapi masalahnya zaman sekarang ni, the partner tak tahu macam nak shield. Jadi pasal nak cakap jadi Pak Torot, my mother cakap macam pasal ni pasal you you cakap pasal my mother cakap ni pasal my husband. Jadi dia bukan nak meringankan beban masalah, dia lagi taruhkan, macam kita main bola, kita taruh, kita tackle, dia put salt lah, bukan put salt lah, ada put minyak dalam api,
dia macam added fire.
Question. When someone is being a shield to something, what is this person shielding for? What is this person protecting?
Both relationship.
like what?
Both relationship, I think his relationship with the parent and the wife relationship with the parent and his relationship with the wife.
Yeah, correct.
Like macam Cik Ansar cakap, sekarang ramai yang tak tahu or ignore about being the shield. So macam tadi Cik Azhar cakap lah, macam, oh ni si mak aku cakap macam ni, kau lah gini. Instead of shielding the wife, he just shield the mother. So the wife will feel macam, dah lah laki aku tak sayang
Kecil
aku.
hati.
Laki aku tak backup aku. So ini yang banyak kita nampak lah. Tapi it is good if the husband can be shield for both. Dia akan paint a positive picture of the wife in front of the mother. Oh tak mak, dia buat gini sebab gini. And he also paint the positive picture of the mother to the wife. Oh tak mak cakap gini sebab gini. So both can understand what is actually the hidden meaning about the unhappiness, and then they try to ni lah work thing out. Cuma the shield cannot give a false hope lah. Faham tak? Maksudnya dia macam, mak cakap gini tapi kau jangan takut lah, mak sebenarnya dah didn't mean it. Padahal sebenarnya mak dia maki hama memang betul-betul marah from deep of her heart. So you don't give false hope, you tell exactly what is happening, but okay, give solution, ataupun okay, I think you are not that bad, or she macam apa misunderstood what you did, or something like that lah. Tu apa yang I rasa lah.
One of the reason is saya masuk kali sikit One of the reason orang Melayu kita ni, tak kira dia Melayu ke dia Islam ke, pasal maaf cakap sekarang Melayu pun dah tak ada Islam juga. Ada yang dah masuk dia jadi free thinker. I have few friends dah keluar, dia dah jadi apa namanya tu yang tak percaya Tuhan tu?
Free thinker.
No, free thinker dia ada one lah. I forget the name. Atheist. Okay. Dia macam mana dia orang punya pemikiran is very kusut lah. Kalau dia dah cakap itu, tapi dia sayang bini dia, tapi dia cakap apa mak dia cakap, tapi dia tak tahu nak beralas. Isteri dia selalu hurt. And kadang-kadang husband dia cakap, aku dah kerja keras daripada pagi sampai malam, mak kau cakap aku macam gini, aku dah kasih dia duit, aku dah kasih ni, tapi tetap cakap. Tapi masalahnya dia cakap dia, tapi dia tak boleh cakap depan-depan. Itu masalahnya. Mak dia tak boleh cakap dengan bapak dia tak. So it's like the communication yang main-main kat situ. Jadi dia macam dia start accusing. Jadi tak boleh ni. Jadi this is for young couple especially lah. Young couple, before you really need to commit, you really need to make sure that your mother-in-law, father-in-law is well versed, ataupun dia betul-betul nak kena kenalkan sebelum jumpa, ataupun mendalami lagi cinta yang mendalam kan. Takut nanti bunga mekar, akar tak kuat.
Ya Allah, bunga mekar akar tak kuat. So
ini ujian, tapi bawah dia roots dia not strong.
Meaning we must be very transparent with our future spouse of how our parent is. And they need to know. Is it, Zack?
Betul. And one more also, kadang-kadang wife high flyer, suami tak high flyer. Lepas tu nanti wife dia punya gaji lebih tinggi, nanti suami dia rendah lah. Itu pun boleh jadi bercakap. Tapi wife dia nak kena cakap dengan dia punya mak, dia punya parents, dia cakap, oh, my husband is upgrading slowly but surely. He can pass, and he can, sometimes isteri tak kerja tapi mak dia tengok asyik bergantung kat telefon, asyik buy online. Dia pun nak kena, husband nak kena cakap, oh taklah mak dia buat bisnes online, dia jadi pun dapat tolong ini. Jadi kita angkat edify. Jadi kita pun cakap, oh mak dia buat ni pun dia nak tolong keluarga. Tapi maaf cakap, I have lots of friend lah kan. Dah cakap terus terang, habis cakap sini, tak ada simpan-simpan. Dia tak tahu macam mana nak backing each other. Itu yang susah. Kita sepatut kahwin, bukan hanya kahwin maaf nak sedap aja, tapi bila susah nanti kita tolak tepi. Takut dengan parents sendiri. Apa mak cakap betul. That's why orang ni selalu backing parents sendiri daripada backing partner. Itu yang selalu jadi zeng tau telinga. Macam everything the same story.
Zack, sorry, is there any component about in-laws relationship in pre-marriage course?
I'm not sure about Cinta Abadi, you have to ask Ustaz Ibrahim. But for really young couples, they really do. In fact, some marriage arrangement course, the parents themselves will attend a course.
But that is only for minors, right? Minors who are going to get married, their parent need to attend course. Why don't you make it compulsory for all couples?
I don't remember that there is such thing inside marriage course.
Because kan macam walaupun
Nak
it is
comment further.
because
No.
in-laws ni kan, walaupun macam it is in-laws problem kan, it plays a big part tau, because it is the parent of our spouse.
Correct. I agree.
Sebab
The thing is that I think that people assume that bila nak berumah tangga, is this the pengantin lelaki dan pengantin perempuan that need to learn about, they are the one who will transition into a new life. But the fact that these two individuals are transitioning into a new life,
correct,
two families are transitioning into a different change.
betul.
They are welcoming
Mm-mm.
new individuals into their family.
Mm-mm.
Their roles have changed as well. So there are a lot of people who are experiencing change lah in their life. So
betul. And I think instead of only father of the bride, is it pengantin perempuan, be interviewed before the process nikah, we should call the mother also. I mean like, are you both ready to lepaskan anak-anak? Kan? It's like not a formal course lah, macam a short chit chat with the qadi or with the registrar, just to make sense that okay, these are the things that might happen, and are you ready to face this? Because macam kesian dia dekat anak tau. If the husband back up the wife, dia akan dicop sebagai anak derhaka. If the wife back up the mum, dia akan dianggap sebagai isteri derhaka. So semua nak main derhaka, siapa nak masuk syurga macam ni kan?
Happening apa? It really happen lah. It really happen.
For me,
Like
I
you said
personally think that either course or official chit chat with in-laws is very important before the marriage. Kalau tak do it like with the registrar pun, the qadi before akad tu kan, selitkan ke dekat daripada khutbah nikah ke, I mean like, because we need someone up there to give sense, to knock the sense to the parent in-laws, because they are up there also lah kan. Like to give prior reminder, hello, you are going to accept someone new.
Tengok juga Haji.
This requires policy change lah, babe. This requires mandate
Correct.
from the community for this to happen. For this to
But
if nothing been done,
at the moment, there are some masjid who actually have ustaz who talk about mertua, like Ustaz Yusri. Ustaz Yusri. No, Encik Muhammad Ali, those kind of individuals who yang ke depan, who are able to talk about mertua. So I think it is good for all of us. We can start from the ground. In order for change to happen, kan?
Correct.
So if you know that our parents, we start with our own parents, or we start with ourselves, we feel that we need to be educated on that, because one day we're going to be mertua.
Correct.
betul.
Yes. Yeah, so we equip ourselves with knowledge, and then we enjoin other people to also equip them.
And as a
together
future parent-in-law, we also must educate our children well. If we don't want our spouse to do this to us, so you educate our boys not to do that to your future wife. And if we don't want our daughters, macam mana cakap?
Daughter-in-law lah.
Bukan. If we don't want our daughters to treat if we don't want ourselves, if we want to treat our husband this way, we must educate our daughters also that you must treat your husband this way. Macam tu lah kan. So macam Zack cakap lah, it is back to us. We educate ourselves as a future parent-in-law, and we educate our children as the future partner of their spouses. And this doesn't start when they cakap, mak saya nak kahwin. It should start when they are young.
No. Yeah.
Yes, when they are young. Like what I always told my son, kemas baju, kemas rumah is not adik punya kerja, because adik dia adik perempuan. So what happen if your wife sakit? What happen if your wife balik kerja penat? So you must also do the same thing. And I told my daughters also, yang cari kerja, cari rezeki, bear the bills is not only on the shoulders of the husband. You also must be prepared if anything happen. You must help each other, because we're staying in Singapore and the bills are spiking every now and then, kan?
True.
So we must inform them that, and make sure that they understand what is the actual life is outside, and also we ourselves lah.
Yes.
Ya saya. Minta permission
Okay, two things. Satu, dah 9:53, jaga time. Pertama, kita sebagai suami isteri, tak kira new couple, old couple, jangan suka sangat tengok cerita drama Melayu.
Cerita Korea boleh je Ansar.
Korea,
Korea okey pasal dia tak banyak sangat pasal mak mertua, bapak mertua ni. Selalunya yang cerita Melayu Malaysia ni yang merosakkan. Jadi dia punya mindset nanti gini. Satu. Nombor dua, jangan minta pandangan orang yang cetek ilmu. Okey, pasal dia akan sentiasa cakap, kau tinggalkan mak mertua kau sudah, kau keluar suruh dia halau sudah. All those negative thoughts. Okey. Jumpa yang pakar, ustaz, kaunselor. Tapi kadang-kadang ni diorang tak nak jumpa kaunselor. Ingat, penceraian juga bukan kerana orang ketiga. Bukan kerana kelemahan, kelemahan syahwat lelaki ataupun suami, isteri yang tak tahu macam mana nak layan. Tetapi kerana mak mertua. Kerana mulut badan binasa.
Betul.
Itu yang kadang-kadang kita cuba nak menyelamatkan mak mertua sendiri yang suruh ceraikan. Jadi kita sebelum nak buat apa-apa, kita kena betul-betul cari source lah. Mana kita nak cari tempat kaunseling, mana kita nak ni. Jangan suka tengok drama lepas tu, gini. Lepas tu pasal apa? Drama brainwash kita punya otak kita gini, kita punya hati. Maaf cakap, selalu pelakon kena marah, tapi diorang tak tahu yang director suruh. Kerana cerita tu jadi bagus lah pasal director, tapi director tak gini. Ini kurang hajar. Ustaz itu pun kena marah kerana watak ada dibawa, satu orang semua benci. Itulah
Script writer.
Yeah, and we forget to tell our audience that we invited Mr. Ansar here because Mr. Ansar actually take care of his father-in-law, if I'm not wrong, right? Take care of the father-in-law despite that, as we know earlier, Mr. Ansar said that the wife passed away. Okay, so this is one of the example like seorang menantu yang masih lagi menjalankan tanggungjawab kepada seorang mertua walaupun isterinya dah tak ada lagi. So how beautiful is that if we can practice that in our daily life. Apa lagi kalau kita masih lagi ada pasangan dan mertua kita masih lagi hidup. So yeah, Mr. Ansar, whatever that comes from his mouth is not like kedai kopi talking, because he is sharing his experience from what he's been practicing lah throughout the marriage and also even after the wife passed away. So masya-Allah sangat, masya-Allah.
Maybe I add on lah. Dia I also knew that he also make time to bring his mother-in-law to pasar. Like I don't know how many, once a week ke atau once a month ke, something like that
once
lah.
a month when she want, then bawa lah. Kita tak ada, pasal kita tak pernah menilaikan, like what I said in the first few minutes, right? Tak ada istilah mertua. Kita anggap dia sebagai mak dan bapa. Kerana dalam Islam mereka dinyatakan syurga di bawah telapak kaki ibu. 3 kali baru pergi ke ayah kan. Tapi kalau kita lahirkan diri kita, kita bisikkan hati dalam sujud, kita minta, ya Allah, andai kata aku hilang ibu bapa kandung aku dalam waktu yang muda, maka kau jadikanlah bapa mertua dan ibu mertuaku seperti ibu bapa kandungku sendiri. Allah lebih mendengar, Allah tak pernah mengetepikan kita. Apa kita minta semua dia berikan, cuma lambat dengan cepat. Dan juga dia nak tengok kesabaran kalau dia tak beri. Kerana lain orang, lain cara kan. Lain budi, lain bicara. Bagaimana, entah ke mana. Yang penting yang penting jangan sesatkan diri, butakan mata, lepas tu sombong. Banyak orang terjadi ginilah, lupa diri. Selalu sedihnya bila kita tengok penceraian tu, bila time dia dah fed up kan, keluar lah, tak balik. Bukan saya nak cakap kawan pula okey lah, boleh lah. Orang yang dah 50, 60 pun, yang ada mak mertua yang dah 80 pun, lari rumah macam mana. Tak nak cara jumpa, tak nak balik, maraju. So umur dah tua, dah senja, tubuh sudah panggil mari. Yang kadang-kadang dia meninggal dulu, yang mak mertua tak meninggal. Jadi kalau tak jumpa macam mana kita nak minta maaf? 3 hari kita tak minta maaf, dosa besar. Kita tak bertegur siapa pun, dosa besar. Okay, I rest my case.
Thank you. Okay, Alhamdulillah, I think we have discussed quite a lot. Niat di hati to talk about mertua in terms of parents, and then we're going to talk about siblings punya relationship,
Another period, another episode.
But maybe it requires another episode or maybe another season. But Alhamdulillah, so today we understand. I understand better about the difference between the relationship between parent-in-laws and sibling-in-laws that is different. And also we talk about boundaries, we talk about how to tegur, we talk about so many things. um, I think if I can summarize in a gist lah, what I gather from today's discussion is that at the end of the day, kan, we cannot expect our parents to change. Be it our parents or parent-in-laws. They are them. They are they. And if we want something to change, it has to come from us.
Correct.
Yeah, because we want the change, so we have to be the one. And change the change that is required requires humility, right? Humility, tawadu, rasa hormat, okay, respect, and also I think from what Encik Ansar shared a lot just now was that from what I gather is that this sense of khidmah, service, right? This determination to serve our parents. It because of that determination, it doesn't matter lah whether that parents is our parents or parent-in-laws. The fact that we want to khidmah mereka, that gives us the drive lah, or gives us the goal.
Correct.
And that goal help navigate our attitude, our akhlak, our adab towards them, right? Yeah. So perhaps that's my summary lah. That's what I gather. But how about the rest? Maybe you can share a sentence or two what you gather from today's session.
Okay, for me, alright, for me, right, okay, this topic actually really touched me a lot because, yeah, I lost my parent and yesterday was the 7th year of my father's punya pass away. So, for me, I rasa macam selagi kita boleh berkhidmat pada orang tua, just do it, regardless it is your parent or your parent-in-law. Take it as we've done a lot of mistake, a lot of sin when we were young. And take the khidmat that we do, the sabar that we have to go through to face our in-laws as something that Allah purposely give to us to abolish our past sins or our past mistake. So hopefully by that, kan, apa kebaikan yang kita cuba buat dengan mertua, dengan mak bapak kita, Allah will consider it as some of kebaikan yang kita buat yang akan yuzilu sayiat, yang menghilangkan kita punya dosa-dosa lah.
So beautiful. I mean, I feel blessed. I feel blessed to have iman. You get what I'm trying to say? I mean, I cannot imagine myself not having this perspective in life. Because not having this perspective in life, I can imagine. Okay lah, tadi kata tak boleh imagine, but I can imagine me being depressed.
Correct. And like okay, even though if we have our own parent, kita tak rasa nak berkhidmat dengan orang because they are alive, they are in front of us, we meet them every day, every week, no. But when we lost them, then it was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Correct.
But then that doesn't mean that's it. That's it out. Again, the beauty of Islam. You can do you can still continue be a good person because antara amalan yang tak terputus kan. So you can still continue. MashaAllah, it's so beautiful. Okay, sorry.
I think what I gathered from today's discussion is to be transparent. To be transparent to your spouse and your own parents, to be a supporting role lah, to juggle between two family members. In-laws can be anything, right? Can be parent-in-laws, siblings. To also be able to understand the position of each individual. Marriage is not an easy task lah. So because you're not only marrying your spouse, but you're also married into the family.
Correct.
So when you marry into the family, it's not just a bed of roses. It's just not between you and your spouse. Tapi you have to handle a lot of people too, and the range of the parents of your spouse too can be probably young parents atau young in-laws atau maybe elderly in-laws. So all these are different range of individual that you have to learn how to handle, not only yourself but also your spouse. So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
finally our guest.
Cik Ansar.
Ansar.
First and foremost, Jazakallah kerana sudi menjemput saya, beri sepatah dua, tapi I think I talk more than over the load. Dan juga kita tak boleh bayangkan berapa perfect kita nak kita punya marriage lah. Make it simple. Allah suka yang sederhana. Banyakkan sedekah. Andai kata salah satu arwah ibu saya kata kalau kita nak mertua kita suka dia, kita sedekahkan atas nama dia. Ya Allah, aku sedekahkan atas nama si Fulan bin si Fulan, bapa mertua aku atau mak mertua aku, agar lembutkanlah hati dan perasaan. Sucikanlah pemandangannya apabila melihat aku. Lembutkanlah tutur bicara dan kembalikanlah sifat keharmonian, kerohanian dan cinta aku kepada dia.
Masya Allah.
Senjata kita adalah doa. Dan penutupnya, bunga dedap di atas para anak dusun pasang pelita. Jadi anak, jaga tutur bicara. Jangan suka meminta-minta. Berakhir sudah majlis kita. Moga bersua di masa hadapan. Andai ada tersasul kata, salah silap, mohon dimaafkan.
Masya Allah.
Perpustakaan Melayu.
Dan itu
Dengan itu, Masya Allah.
Wow, Melayu.
Okay.
Akan Melayu hilang di dunia.
Okay,
maaf saya
bismillah.
tak berpantun, tapi yes, our normal outro, Overspilled Milk, the podcast is a platform for raw and candid opinion about life experiences. We celebrate the oops and the wahs of life. We notice the milk in the bottle, and we also hope to learn and appreciate the spilled milk, as well as understand why and how the spill happened and resolve to do better in life. Overspilled Milk is produced with you in mind, you who are figuring out life as we are. Till the next episode. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Ma'assalamah.